Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Sirenna.
Hi, I'm Sirenna. I'm a horror focused VTuber and I go by the title Keeper of the Drowned. My
Nice.
streams are framed as transmissions from the abyss, the space where lost things, stories, and voices tend to resurface.
What kind of content do you like to make?
I focus mostly on horror, especially indie and psychological horror. I
Mm,
really like the slower, more atmospheric, heavy games.
mm. What about movies? Do you have any favorite horror movies?
I love the original Ring movie, the Japanese ones,
Mm,
not the American ones.
mm. What about The Shining?
I do like The Shining.
Nice. So, what made you want to be a VTuber?
Well, I wanted to create something that felt more like a space more than just content.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy horror and I find almost a comfort in it. So I wanted to build a community of people with a similar feeling where we can just hang out and enjoy stuff together.
Nice. So, what?
One second.
Oh yeah.
I'm back.
Sorry about. I got a little thrown off. Did I ask you what made you want to be a VTuber yet?
Yeah.
Darn it. Um, so, what was the process for creating your character?
So it started with the idea of a siren, but I didn't want to be a typical version. Most people would pay me not to sing. So I knew I wasn't going to be like a cutesy idol type. So I leaned deeper into the darker ocean themes with like the abyss and the storytelling and how people there's a lot that we still don't know about the ocean and what lies down there.
Hmm. So, speaking of the ocean, do you have any lore?
I do. So
Ah.
Sirenna is the keeper of the drowned, which means she's connected to everything lost beneath the surface, not just people, but stories, memories, things that were never meant to be found again.
Mm-hmm.
My streams are framed as transmissions because I'm essentially pulling pieces of that space back up through the underwater cables that humans laid down there.
Mm. I, it's amazing to me. Just a side note, it's amazing to me that we have cables that stretch across the entire ocean.
I know. And it's like, you people never thought what else might learn how to use these.
Mm. So, what is your favorite moment from being a VTuber thus far?
Definitely my debut. I only did that a week ago, but it was so much fun despite the fact that I was nervous and I was having serious mic issues. Um, it was just it was amazing to see everything come together and my team was there. It was a thrill.
Oh wow. So, what do you think makes you unique as a VTuber?
I think it's the combination of the atmosphere and my genuine reaction.
Hmm.
Despite the fact that I adore horror, I also scare very easily. So I laugh, I get invested, and nothing really feels forced.
Hmm. So, out of curiosity, do you when you play the horror games, do you do the scream bit?
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to if you're gonna if you're billed as a siren, you have to kind of scream at those points, don't you?
Right. And it's like, I'm hoping I'm not going to blow anyone's ear out, but at the same time, everything that I watch, everything that I play, I go in completely blind. So I don't know what's going to happen. We're experiencing it together.
uh, I'll move this question up in the queue a little bit. Which game did you have the most fun playing on stream?
Recently, I played Detention, which, for those who aren't familiar, is an old side scroller 2D horror game with a theme based in Taiwan during the martial law era.
Hmm. Really? That is a unique setting.
It is, but it's got some really disturbing themes to it, and it's got the ghosts and the Taiwanese folklore, and
Hmm.
it's a really immersive game.
Hmm. That does sound very interesting. Uh, what do you hope to accomplish through your channel?
Well, I want to build something people can come back to and enjoy being there, not just for the games, but like the overall vibe, somewhere people can relax, get a little creeped out, and
Hmm.
just hang out together.
Nice. Uh, what would you talk about with your favorite VTuber?
I'd ask how they built their identity and how they stay consistent. But I'd probably just end up stuttering a lot because my favorite VTuber is Lena Lazar. She was a big inspiration as to why I wanted to be in the horror space in the first place.
Nice.
And I don't know if I could actually talk to her without my brain not working.
Oh man, I sometimes wonder how I would react to seeing my favorite VTuber. Would I have the presence of mind to just not go ah, just uh, oof. What might you what might you see a VTuber doing that would instantly make you want to watch them?
I think the most important thing for me is that if they feel genuine, that's like what instantly hooks me. I tend to lean more towards people that aren't too loud or chaotic, although I do occasionally enjoy a good Chibidoki stream.
She is a she's a wild gremlin, isn't she?
Yes.
I saw I don't watch her streams typically, but I see her on Twitter occasionally, and I saw she has that like new model, and it's like this great VTuber model, but she kind of kept the cross-eyed thing.
Yes.
Oh man. So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
I'd say just jump into it. There's never going to be a time where you feel like you're truly prepared.
Hmm.
So it's better just to kind of do it.
Hmm. What was the first anime that you feel really connected with you?
Oh gosh. This is gonna age me terribly,
Go for it.
but Inuyasha was like my go-to. It was a huge thing for me when I started realizing how much I loved Japanese lore
Mm-hmm.
and all of the stories and the way that they talk about the different spirits and demons, and it's so the storytelling is just so deep and unique.
the, this question is often answered with basically Toonami. Toonami is ground zero, as far as I can
Yes.
tell. Uh, I've only a couple times met people who were in America and did not discover anime through Toonami. Uh, Although I did also learn through this program that both Mexico and Canada kind of had their own versions of Toonami back in the day.
What?
Yeah, so they didn't watch it through Cartoon Network. They did watch it through their own country's stations. They had they each had major anime programming blocks.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Uh, which anime had a theme song that made you want to watch the show?
Oh, this is also embarrassing. The second season ending of Naruto,
Hmm.
where they're all doing this super cute little dance in their chibi models, was like the best thing ever.
I would almost certainly recognize that if I saw it. I probably own it on DVD. Uh, but I'd have to rewatch it though because it's been a while since I've seen Naruto. You want to hear something that dates me? I watched one of the first. I was watching Naruto back when it was first being dubbed in English. So
Oh
when
my
that was
gosh.
premiering, oh, I think it was like episode 3 or 4 that I first watched the show, and I was hooked pretty bad. Not my first anime though. I will say that much. If you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
I would definitely cosplay as Misa Anime from Death Note, but like a darker version of her, the same style, but leaving it more eerie than cute.
Nice. Would you rather go to an enormous convention or a small one?
Definitely a smaller one. I actually like being able to interact with people and not, I hate feeling crowded and feeling like a sardine.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I've 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 discovered conventions over this past year, and I gotta say that they're they both bring very different things. And while a convention in New York City is enormous, and it'll have a lot of stuff there, but I felt like cattle. I felt like a cow being herded around. Uh, which game did you have the most fun playing? Oh, I asked that. What's a new song? Or sorry, what's a song you can't help but dance to when you hear it?
Definitely. Oh God, the age thing. Fuck. Oh,
Here we go.
Gimme, Gimme, Gimme by ABBA. It's
Mm-hmm.
like my favorite song ever. It's just too catchy. You can't, I mean, really any song by them, you can't help but just dance.
I love ABBA for the primary reason that if you are like, you know when you're sitting in traffic at like a stoplight and you stop to the car next to you and just crank up the music as loud as you can?
Yes.
If you're just like a guy, you put on some sunglasses and you open the window so people see you, and then you just crank up the ABBA. It's glorious. It's a beautiful thing. Just crank up Dancing Queen and just let
Yes.
people watch. It's beautiful. Uh, one of my favorite things to do. Uh, what's a new experience you've had recently?
Definitely long form streaming.
Hmm.
Um, I have never done consistent streams for hours at a time, and my last stream ended up actually going longer than I intended to because I was having so much fun, and then it was like, holy crap, it's been 4 hours.
Wow. I get tired.
Yeah.
uh, well, what's the strongest reaction you've ever had to a movie?
Oh gosh, I had a really visceral reaction to the taking of Deborah Logan. I don't
Hmm.
know if you've seen it, but there's
No.
a scene in the forest where like the creature turns its face around and it's just the most uncomfortable, unsettling looking thing ever. And I was just like, Oh, I don't like that.
I've full disclosure, I don't really watch a lot of horror movies. I've seen a few. I've seen The Shining. There was this great one from Japan called Audition that I loved. I'm trying, and I really like The Thing.
The Thing is a classic.
Oh, it's fantastic. That being said, I don't watch a lot of horror movies. I have seen though I have been watching this channel on YouTube that does a lot of like horror related documentary stuff, and it just goes over all the interesting stuff. And honestly, I kind of think I like watching documentaries about horror movies more than I like horror movies.
That's what someone said to me last night during my cursed internet stream because I was just like watching compilations of scary videos online, and they're like, I can't believe that I'm watching someone watch something else.
So, do you is that a typical thing for your stream to do the watching the horror video kind of things?
Yeah, so I've got like four different stream nights. On Wednesdays, I do my shorter one shot games. The Friday streams are my cursed internet streams with all of the creepy videos and the AI stuff. And then Saturdays, I do my long form horror games. And on Sundays, I do what I call my abyssal court, where I take Am I the Asshole posts and read those, and then chat gets to decide whether or not the person is indeed the asshole.
So when you watch the horror videos, are they often the ones where they're trying to present it as though like real ghosts are there, or is it more like about other horror stuff?
It's a mix. Some of it is like the analog horror stuff, that is more like an actual movie but shorter. Some of it is the compilation, like the five scary videos or the five ghost paranormal stuff. And those ones are like, ugh, I want to believe so bad, but they're so easily faked. And it's like,
I've seen a couple of those where it's obvious that the person actually causes the disturbance that disturbs them.
right. It's like when I was watching last night, there was a girl who heard a voice, and then the person narrating was like, she heard the ghost voice, and then she said the thing directly after. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly she just edited it and put her voice in before.
Well, but I think my favorite is just when they do it to themselves and they don't even it's not even on purpose, it's just totally by accident, and they freak out themselves. It's like watching someone just just totally I don't even know what to call it. If you cause the event that frightens you.
It's something about the human brain. It's like our fear of the unknown and wanting to fill in missing pieces. Our brains will just do it for us.
So what's something crazy you've always wanted to try doing?
Oh, I want to do a full 12-hour horror stream where everything gets progressively more unsettling and more disturbing as it goes on.
Oh man, uh, I'm curious. Have you ever wanted to try going into a supposed haunted house, or are you just like, nope?
No, I've absolutely loved to I wanna go to Japan, and I wanna go to all of the supposed haunted locations, the tunnel. I'm
Mm-hmm.
staying out of the forest though because
Yeah.
Logan Paul fucked that up enough.
What even was that? What was he trying to accomplish? That's my question. You're gonna go into the forest where people notoriously do that and then just like laugh at them? What?
And it's like the audacity.
I don't understand. Like, setting aside the poor optics, I don't understand the reason he went there. What did he think was going to happen?
It's like, you know the name of the place. There's a reason people go here. Why would you do that?
Oh man. But yeah, visiting a haunted places in Japan would be hardcore. Uh, so, what's something you made that you're proud of?
Definitely my VTuber model. So this didn't exist 6 months ago. This was a pipe dream that I didn't even think was possible, and I did pretty well on a whim. I kind of just decided to do it, and I have built her from the ground up, from her lore to her look, and it's just something that I am so, so proud of.
It that is a hell of a feeling when you first make the model. I remember I had like one of those idea palette thingies with what I wanted to include in this model, and it's like you get to make it your own, and it makes it
Yeah.
special. So I'm curious, did you hire like an artist and a rigger separately to make the model?
Yeah, so I have zero artistic ability at all. So I ended up just going on VGen, not really even knowing what I was doing. And I just happened to end up with a stellar team who was able to do all of my rigging, all my model stuff, and all of my assets. So one team did literally everything.
Nice. So, what's something you've enjoyed in your life that you didn't expect to enjoy?
I would say the amount of times that I really enjoy listening to people and learning their stories. I find it fascinating, kind of learning everyone's different life experiences and how easily people will open up to you if you just let them talk.
That hey, that's my bread and butter right here. So, what's the furthest you've ever traveled on a whim?
I took a super random trip to Hawaii,
Wow.
and that was so much fun. I fell in love with it immediately, but I obviously ran out of money because it wasn't very well planned. So I was like, crap, I gotta go home now.
Oh God. uh, would you ever talk to a stranger unprompted in a public setting?
I prefer to observe. I'll watch and listen to people, and then I'll start a conversation.
Do you have any preferred things to talk about?
I tend to open with just like, hey, what are you doing? But not like in a creepy way. It's like I feel like people watching can be taken in a really weird way out of context, but like I don't know, I just like to notice little details with people, or if I see something they're wearing that I'll like, I'll be like, "Hey, I like that."
Yeah, one of the things that I say to people is it's so easy to, if you want to make a guy's week, just compliment his hat. Hey, I like your hat. It you can see like the body language shift on them immediately. So, what's your earliest memory?
Oh gosh. Sitting on a beach as a kid, watching the waves and just focusing on how loud and constant the ocean was. I ironically never learned how to swim, but I do love the ocean. I find something so peaceful about it.
Yeah. What's your favorite and least favorite months of the year?
October is my favorite,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. Halloween, I'm a
Oh yeah,
spooky girl.
of course. Makes sense.
And January is my least favorite because then Christmas is over and the winter is no longer magical winter wonderland. It's just annoying.
It's frozen hellscape.
Right.
And you got to deal with snow and
Yeah, it was still snowing like last week, and I was like, no, we're done with this. It's April. Let it
yeah.
go, Elsa.
Yeah. There's good snow and then there's bad snow. Good snow starts at the beginning of the year. Then January and February you get into bad snow territory where it's like you're driving and it's dirty and somehow the snow is dirty as it's falling from the sky and it clogs up your windshield and you can't use the windshield fluid cuz it's frozen and
People
it's
think it's safe to take their winter tires off, and then they learn real quick, no.
yeah. Eh, I I don't I don't understand people who are like, I want to see snow. I love snow, and I'm like, why? What's wrong with you? Uh,
Show me where the snow hurt you quick.
can you tell how I feel about snow yet?
We have very similar feelings about it, that's for sure.
So, what's your favorite thing you've ever cooked yourself?
Well, I love making homemade pasta that actually turned
Ooh,
out really good the first time I tried. It was a little like ravioli that I had made, and it was just the cutest little thing, and it took so much time, but
yeah.
it was super rewarding for me.
So I'm used to, of course, the regular spaghetti. What do you feel is the difference between homemade spaghetti and like the store bought dry stuff?
It's definitely like the love that goes into making it. I mean, you have to literally work the dough so much.
Mm.
And you're literally putting your, it's gonna sound gross if I say you're putting your sweat into the pasta. No one's ever gonna want to eat my pasta now.
Hey, you're supposed to salt the pasta, aren't you?
Right.
Now on the other side, what's the worst thing you've ever cooked yourself?
Oh, I tried to make rice once without measuring anything and somehow managed to both burn and leave parts of it undercooked.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my
L-
super secret ability.
little crunchy. So, you find $50 in the street and there's nobody around to claim it. What do you buy with it?
Um, I have over 1,000 items on my Steam wish list, so
Um, what's your favorite animal?
definitely a great white shark. I adore sharks, but especially the great white sharks because they're just so understated and they're intimidating and quiet and I don't know, people always freak out that oh my God, there are sharks in the ocean.
Can I just say this is a side note. I tend to reuse a lot of questions from interviews, and I do change them up. But sometimes I'll leave notes in what I'm doing. And on that question, you may have noticed I left a note from a previous interview of somebody
Yeah,
else's answer.
I did.
I am the most professional doggo on the internet. Can't you tell?
It's okay.
Uh, if you could wake up with one talent tomorrow, what would it be?
Oh, I'd love to be able to just wake up and make anything the way that I wanted without having to really think about it. I just want to be able to poop things into existence.
Mm. That would be very handy. You ever have you ever seen Star Trek?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, how they have the oh, what do you call it? In the Next Generation, they have a thing that I forget what they call it, but it can just manifest things from thin air. And I forget they had a name for it, but you could make any like food that you wanted.
Yeah, it was in like their cafeteria and it was just like pooping the food.
So, which decade's aesthetic vibes with you the most?
Definitely the early 2000s horror. There's just something so authentic about it and the way that it feels like raw and slightly off. I mean, the Blair Witch Project is
Mm-hmm.
such a vibe.
I once saw a video about the Blair Witch Project. Apparently, that's like the highest return on investment movie ever made ever.
Yeah, and people were so scared because they thought it was real.
Mm.
Like the town, the people, they were like, mm-mm.
So, do you collect anything?
Yeah, so I love collecting spooky stories like the haunted and obviously the maritime stories where terrible things happen to ships.
Mm-hmm.
And I also collect animal skulls, but like
Oh wow.
ethically.
So the maritime store. Do you mean like you do you go to like old bookstores or something, used bookstores and look for like old first editions of things, or is it just you just kind of collect them in general?
Yeah, I love old books, old maps, and I also like search the inner archives for things that people don't really talk about as far as the shipwrecks. And it's like it'll all come down to one silly decision a human made.
Hmm. So, uh, my final question for the interview: what smell reminds you of home?
Hmm. Well, I grew up on a horse farm.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, a farm. I'm not gonna say manure because that's gross, but like,
I, you know, I understand where you're coming from, but I also I don't know. It kind of there's something kind of oddly comforting about the smell of manure on a farm.
right.
I
It's
can't.
like, oh, this is a barn. I love it.
I mean, like I go to a fair every year, and you walk through the stables, and yeah, it smells like horse manure, but it's also in a way kind of nice in a way. I don't know how to I don't know how to explain it. It's the most bizarre thing.
It's something about growing up in this part of the country, I guess, where
I
it's
don't know.
just like, yep, we grew up in small towns.
Oh boy. Well, now that the audience thinks that we're both strange, I think that I'll remind them that you can find links to all of Sirenna's various social medias in the description to this video, as well as I'll be posting them in the side chat. Sirenna, thank you so much for coming out today. I do appreciate it. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you for having me. This was so much fun. And if you find anything strange, feel free to send it my way.
If I find any horror media, I will definitely think about it. Uh, and with that, I was your host Jack Jinseki, and joining me today was Sirenna. Bye bye, everybody.